Welcome everybody. It's great to be here. Today, we will be talking about AI search engines and why SEO is dead and what does LLMO means. Just a quick confirmation. Is everybody hearing me? Is the sound right? Maybe you can write a message in chat. Yes, great. So we tested the chat as well. Awesome. This presentation, this workshop will be about 30-35 minutes. After that, we will have 5 to 10 minutes for questions. Feel free to write your questions to the chat during the presentation as well. If it will be for the context, I will answer it right away. If not, we will get back to it after the whole presentation. So, a little bit about me. I am already 15 or more than 50 years in software development. I'm working as an interim CTO, a consultant, a startup mentor. I own multiple technological companies. The biggest one is TechMates, where we are doing basically ICT revitalization and AI transformations for the companies. This is also the biggest company I currently own. That's enough about me. These are the companies we are working with, mostly Czech Republic, Slovakia, and Europe. We highly focus on fintech, e-commerce, and SaaS startups, and also SMEs. We have bigger names as Notino, Jimbeam as well. For today's presentation, the e-commerce world and also the other companies who are offering some services or branding or anything like that, you would like to be seen on the internet. Your online presence somehow needs to be visible for the companies who are trying to resolve their problems, their issues. So why is going or now is going to be a big shift about how the people are searching on the internet. And that's why this presentation is about that SEO is going to be down, and there will be another solution for this to be more visible. To understand the whole concept, I just recapitulate how the traditional SEO and the search engines are currently working. So basically, you have the search engine optimization, which is the SEO, where you are working with structural data, keywords, etc. And what's your end goal with SEO is basically you want to be listed in search engines as high as possible. So there is this unlimited list of links for different keywords. It's all based on some keyword search. It's how Google works, Bing, and so on and so forth. You are trying to work with the materials you got from those big companies, big search engines, and trying to put a huge amount of effort to be the first link on given keywords which the user sees if they are solving some problems. Okay, this works in a way that the companies like Google are grabbing the information from your websites, crawling, and saving those data in some databases. They are indexing it. Yeah, this is the proper words for it. And when the user search with these keywords, it goes to the database, grabs the data, and you are listed on that unlimited list, as we said, on some position. About half of the all web traffic today goes to organic search. So it's not PPC campaigns, it's not ads, it's just search. People are coming to Google search and they're trying to find a solution for their problems or find an information. Accordingly to Gartner, by the end of the year 2028, this organic search will drop to half. Currently, it represents the half of the whole traffic of the internet. So it should drop to 25%. Just imagine what this can cause to your business if you have already organic uh, search, like organic traffic coming to your website, to your online presence. It can be a huge, huge problem for companies who are selling online anything, if we are talking about services or products. Okay. What are the AI search engines which basically are uh, pointing to this shift of search? Those basically which we probably, I and you, are using on daily basis, most likely is ChatGPT, but we have multiple companies doing the same thing. We have Gemini from Google, we have Grok from X, we have Claude from Anthropic, we have Copilot and Bing from Microsoft. There is Exa and there is Perplexity as well. There is DeepSeek and Qwen. It's Chinese companies. And so we have multiple of those AI search engines. We are trying to get into that. So the question is how we can get in there to be the first pick of an AI. So how to optimize our content. The solution is called LLMO. It has multiple different names. This means basically large language model optimization. It's similar to SEO, like search engine optimization. There is multiple names for it. You can find on internet that they call it GEO, which means generative engine optimization, GSO, which is generative search optimization. You have also AI SO, which is AI search optimization, so on and so forth. We are using this because we like it the most. That's it. Uh, how to understand how we can make our online presence, content, and everything readable by AI, understandable by AI. We first need to understand how the AI search engines work. For this, I prepared basically three principles of answers which you can have on these AI chatbots, AI search engines. The first one is basically a pure LLM, which means that you have the large language model, which has some data cutoff, which means that they gathered a huge amount of data from the internet, but it has a date which is used basically, the data is used until the date to train the model you are using. For example, in ChatGPT, you can use O1, O3, 4o, and so on and so forth. So there are multiple models you can use. Every of those models has some special functionalities, specialties, okay? And all those models has some data cutoff. So when you make a question, write a question, you get some answers. If it's just from that large language model, from that model, you cannot get up-to-date data. So it's usually half to 1 year data cutoff from today, let's say. If I am not mistaken, the O1 or O3 models of ChatGPT, they have a data cutoff of July 2024. So if you ask them about an information from December, you are not getting anything because it has no information. If it tries to get that information from just the data they have. Because of this limitation, all the companies I mentioned implemented the internet search, which basically means that we are getting to those AR search engines where these special functionalities or special models are getting data, real-time data from the internet, or it's not all the time real time, okay? Which means that these companies are doing their own indexation. As we talked about the classical SEO, where Google is gathering data from your websites, they are doing their database of data, and accordingly to the keywords you are writing there, you're getting the information. This works really, really similarly with the large language models or the AI searches, where they are doing their own indexation. It uh, differs in a way that they are using the data which they gathers in a semantic way, so you can write your natural question instead of keywords, and they are directly searching the answer in that data set. It's called RAG, which is Retrieval Augmented Generation. It's a special thing which can be done programmatically as well in some internal applications or whoever you like to work with. The third one is the deep research, which is really similar to internet search, but instead of just gathering a few uh, data sets, they are reading the whole pages they find to a specific question, and you end up with a long document, which is a report to your question. So it's doing a whole research, and you get a kind of research paper for your specific topic. Back to that internet search, it's basically those that data is not always real time because you need to be indexed. Same with the SEO. Okay, you change something on your site, you can go to Google, you can go to Bing, whatever, and ask them to re-index your site at that moment so you can see the changes which are in there. The fun fact is that, for example, ChatGPT is using the Bing index because it cooperates with Microsoft to use the data and generate their database. So first thing first, if you would like to be in some ChatGPT answers, you go to Bing and you index your site in there. Okay. These are the crawlers, the bots, the robots, which goes to your site and gathers the information. Uh, Basically, if you see these three principles, we went through internet search, we went through deep research. Those crawlers are already gathering the data from your sites, which means that you are somewhere. Even if your data is not good enough, maybe, you are already in the data sets. So what we need to do is just boost that up. You cannot or you will not see any outcomes from the pure LLM answers because it's just limited to those data cutoffs with the new models. So you will be in the new models if we do some changes. So what we can target is basically the internet search and the deep research. Uh, Fortunately, the internet search is on the most of the AI search engines or AI chatbots automatically enabled. So the people are not realizing it, but it was a shift a few months ago where the company started to doing the internet search without asking the user to turn it on. Okay. We have basically three pillars of optimization for the AI search engines. The first one is high quality technical SEO. There will be a huge shift in this. I will be talking about that in the end of the presentation. And the high quality SEO, we are not going through that one in this presentation because what is more important for you is basically the special content and technical hacks you can provide for the AI to understand your online presence and to include your services, your brand, your products in their answers. I was talking about that the SEO is dead. It's dying, not completely dead yet, but we will talk about that in the end of the presentation. So let's talk about the special content. So the special content for a large language model optimization is basically that you need to speak the language of AI. Paradoxically, it's a natural language. So how you would be talking to your friends and how you would describe the situation. You need to be really consistent about your brand. So if you are producing, I don't know, like clothes, you need to say that everywhere. If you are providing services in a way, in a, I don't know, like consultancy of technical, don't know what, you need to be consistent everywhere on your site, on your blogs, on different other sites you are publishing, on social media. This is really important because the more specific you are, the higher the chance that the AI will uh, include you in their answers for a specific question. Okay. The other thing, which is also really important, is the FAQ format. So instead of just describing what you are doing, put there an FAQ because the AI chatbots and the search engines are working in a way that you write a question, it answers. So this is mitigating basically the how the AI integrates with humans. Okay, I have some examples. It's especially for e-commerce, but you can use this approach anywhere. It's a description of a product. So the product says that our shoes are waterproof. Easy question, but instead of this, you need to, or it's better to put it into an FAQ style, which says, are these shoes truly waterproof? Yes, the model XY uses Gore-Tex membrane, which guarantees waterproofing and breathability, and it's suitable for rain and wet snow. Okay, easy as that, more information, and you have a question answering description. Uh, as we said, you need to speak the language of AI and the language of your customers. I was telling that it needs to be as you would describe it to your friends. Basically, what I meant is when you have a customer or the AI needs to understand very quickly what is going on. So it cannot be too complicated. Imagine that you are talking to your friend who is highly intelligent but has like small amount of time. to talk with you. Okay, so instead of complex description like innovative hydrating complex for epidermal revitalization, you just write the cream deeply hydrates and revitalize the skin. Okay, easier to consume in short period of time. The second suggestion for this special content is that you need to avoid the generic descriptions. As we talked about the unified brand message, this is really similar to it. You need to focus on your USPs, unique selling points. Uh, if you get some generic description you find to your like again the e-commerce, a lot of e-commerce are getting descriptions of their products from their suppliers. They just use it as it is. There is no specific thing. So this can be done in multiple e-commerce stores, and multiple companies can use the same thing. And it's nothing special. And there is no new information there which differs, which would say to the AI that you are somehow specific or your product is somehow specific. Okay, so the unique selling points are really, really important. This is a whole thing important for marketing purposes as well. If you are doing everything for everybody, this is really hard to sell and really hard for the AI to understand, because it's really hard for the even the people understand what you're doing. Okay, those descriptions, we are talking about your brand, about your services, about your products, anything. It needs to have a human touch and a story. So, ladies and gentlemen, please do not copy the generated text directly from AI. It's a good inspiration, but you need to put there your human touch, and you need to have it as a story. We talked about this already in the slide before, that it's better in a conversational mode, conversational description. So you go through that as you would talk to your friend and describe it in a conversational way of all your products, services, or your brand. Uh, Last but not least is that you should leverage the power of user content, which means that your users or your clients, your customers are leaving reviews, you can have these references. You can get, for example, in podcasts or like some audios, and they are also writing on forums like Reddit, for example. So you can use all that information in a textual way and put to your site. So you have a description of your services. You keep one description of that service for classical SEO. Then you put underneath an FAQ, and then you put underneath a story. Okay. And you can also use underneath a review section, or doesn't need to be a review if it's a service. So it's a case studies, for example, but what your client said about you directly. Okay. This is really important because those combinations of those informations are really good for the AI to understand deeply what you are doing. And if you focus on USPs, if you focus on that unified brand message, it needs to go with the services as well. All that together makes a much better overview of what are you doing, for whom are you doing, and why are you special. Okay. We have these original texts, so how it should look like, the examples. Again, a product description, high quality cotton t-shirt. This can be written like anywhere, okay? But if you do a little bit more, you can write the story and also that information we just talked about. That our t-shirt is made from organic Pima cotton, handpicked in Peru, which guarantees exceptional softness and durability. In addition, for each piece we sold, we plant three. Okay, there is the story. There is the information about the t-shirt, and there are some USPs as well that it's an organic Pima cotton. It has exceptional softness and it's handpicked in Peru. Okay. The third one for the special content is again kind of SEO. It's entity SEO. Uh, Entity SEO is nearly not really a known uh, process or a procedure. It has been here for multiple years. Actually, Google came out with this thing, and it's deeply technical. But I am not going deep into the technical parts, but I will go more likely on the conceptual way. So you need to focus on the entity on your presentation on your online presence. What does it mean is that you need to have a clear definition, which is your brand is a producer of something based in Czech Republic, Austria, whatever, and you need to combine those things in a way that the main entity is your brand. What are you producing is an other entity, but it has a connection. So you are doing topic clusters, it's called, where you go with one topic, your brand, your service, your product, and you go and write information about it in a way we talked about in a slides before, that you connect those into a main entity and describes all these small entities within it and connects with internal prolinking on your site. So you go product description. This product is handpicked in Peru. This this product is manufactured from organic Pima cotton. Yeah, we talk about that. Handpicked in Peru. So you go cotton handpicked in Peru. You go to another site. It's a pro linking. Why it's handpicked in Peru? Why are we using this specific cotton? Why it gives the t-shirt or any cloth special softness and so on and so forth. So you go all these things together, and you have a prolinkation of different topics on your site, and you are using schema.org, which is a special definition, technical one, on your site. The users of your site or the visitors of your site will not see this because it's just in the source code, and it helps the AI understand what are you talking about. Okay, so you technically say to the AI, hey, bro, here is the thing I am talking about. This is my services. You can find the pro linkings on this and this site and read it in this way. Basically, that's it. Uh, I was trying to demonstrate here the uh, entities which are connected to Notino. Notino is a huge beauty e-commerce site, uh, one of the biggest ones in Europe, and they do not have the entity SEO really well processed, because if I was searching on the inlinks.com, you can find it yourself. You can check it, check your site or your business, how it's connected to these entities. And the main entity connected to Notino is a perfume shop, which is no longer true. They are a beauty e-commerce site, a beauty shop. So I demonstrate here that it has a huge potential, the LLMO, the large language model optimization, even for huge companies. Now we are going to the tech hacks, which are, in the first case, the strategic text sequence. STS, I call this the LLM hypnosis, because this goes just from uh, an experiment from Harvard, where the researchers just generated a special text sequence you see in the second row here, which is gibberish, but they use this gibberish, put it to the source code of the site, and you make the AI search engine think that your product, your service, your brand is better than the others. Okay. The experiment was with coffee machines. They created a coffee machine which doesn't exist. They put their huge price tag, and when they asked the AI search engines, the large language models, to provide them an coffee machine, a best price coffee machine in this and this category, even if their coffee machine was multiple times pricier, it put their coffee machine into the first line in the answer. The second one is of the technical hacks is chatting. So you are chatting with those chatbots. And then you have some questions to your business, where you see yourself, where you want to be. Basically, there those questions you are getting some answers, and if you are not included in those answers, you can set that answer to be not relevant, and you can give your feedback. All the companies which provide this functionality are using that feedback from the users to make better answers of their AI search engines. Okay, so it's a manual hack. It's a little bit time consuming, but you can get better results with this. When all that is set, how you can track if something became better, if you are more included into those answers. The first thing is GA4, so it's analytics. You can use this regular expression to create a filter and see what people are, or from which search engine, which AI search engine are the people coming, clicking to your site, and from where they are coming to your site. This is the first thing, but it has a huge downside, that the AI is answering usually the questions in a way that the people are not always getting to your site, because it doesn't needs to be, they doesn't need to go, because they are satisfied with the answer. So you are not able to check those answers. So what you can do is you can do question answering, a Q&A, where you set 5 questions in which you would like to be included in the answers from the AI, and you use that and you check it every week. This can be programmatically automated. There are some companies already working on this, and then you can see if you ask which is the best 10 companies in this and this field, and you can see in what position are you positioned, and then after you do the large language model optimization, you can get higher and higher in these answers. The third one is word count and impressions. So when the AI answers just one answer, it's not like 10 companies or 10 products or 10 whatever. It's basically an answer to a question. You can take that answer, count the words which are quoted from your eShop or quoted from your site, and compare it to the original description on your site. And from this, you can count the impressions. The higher the impressions are, the better the AI understands your text. Okay. Who benefits the most and how much this whole optimization will help? It's basically everybody is benefiting now because it's a really early stage, and it can help tens and hundreds of percent to getting provided even for not so relevant, not so uh, specified questions, because a lot of companies are not doing this, not doing it properly, because it's not just putting an FAQ onto your site, but it has a technical background as well, and then the content around it. So it can help. From our client based, where we did these optimizations, it was usually higher tens of percent, like 70 to 90% upgrade, where we get the company from not paying into the 10 best companies in their field to a place of fifth, sixth. And we are working more and more to put more content around it and the pro linking and everything to get there up there. And we were able to um get those impressions from almost zero to 60, 70%. Okay, I was talking about those KPIs in the last slides. Uh, and it doesn't matter of the size of the company. It's more likely about the content you are putting on the internet. If it's a huge amount of content which is really messy, you are good to go with LLMO because it can help a lot. What's next? So basically, here we are with the future. What I'm seeing here, it's a big shift here in the SEO world, is that Google, for example, started to having this AI overview on their search engine, classical Google search. But what's the point is that they are already testing uh, version where you can say that you don't want to get any links, any classical SERP, but you are good with just an AI overview. So they are changing the search, how we know it, from classical positioned links to getting only one answer from AI as it would be ChatGPT or Claude or anything like that. So this is a huge shift because it can completely redefine how we work with content and how we optimize our sites. And that's why I'm saying that SEO is dying, because if this happens, we will be not relying on SEO anymore. Okay. Also, ChatGPT implemented like product search. So when you have the Google search for Google Shopping for from e-commerce, it's included in ChatGPT already. They are testing it, and there will be possible feeds, so you can put your feed from your e-commerce site to ChatGPT, and somehow they present your products. And how they present is basically the LLMO, which is a large language model optimization, that where your product, or what's the ranking of your product, and in what position it will be presented to the customers. Uh, this is the last slide. We prepared an LLMO ebook, when AI recommends you, and in cooperation with organizations, with organizers, we can provide you 75% off of this ebook. You can find that ebook on this site with the QR code, and you can download it. You can read about it. It covers everything what I was talking about today, but goes more in depth. It has around 60 pages where it goes deeply what you should do with your content, what should you do with the SEO and the LLMO to be basically promoted or be basically included into those AI answers. And this is basically our know-how, how we are doing it, and uh, how we was able to get those tens of percents of upgrades of those our clients. Thank you for your attention. This is a QR code for my LinkedIn profile. You can reach out to me and ask anything you like about AI, large language model optimizations, and so on and so forth. And now I am open for the last few minutes to questions. I think you already can connect and ask me directly or write into the chat. As I said, anything came to your mind after this presentation, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn and we can discuss uh, these, these topics. I think we are already on time. We have 2 more minutes. Okay, so I have one question here. How long it takes to see the results? Usually it depends how often you get crawled. Usually it's 2 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks. Okay, usually in some cases we are seeing the results even in 1 week, but we need to go to the indexations and we need to set it manually to crawl the sites, but it's not every time possible on every AI search engine. So usually I'm saying 2 to 4 weeks. Okay, I want to reverse the case when building an LLM search for own content. Is it applicable? I'm not sure I understand that question. Uh, okay, so Elisa asked if this time, like 2 to 4 weeks, are after implementing all explained strategies. Uh, no, you can start with small. We usually start with the technical part, so the schema org, the pro linking, because you already have some content on the site. And you just need to pro link it. You just need to put some extra technical code into there, which is not uh, which has no effect to your users. And then, yeah, I see. So sorry, but we need to close this. So if you have those questions, feel free to write me on LinkedIn. I will write you back there. And thanks a lot for attention. Okay, LinkedIn. Bye, guys. Thank you.